if I cry, it's because, not that I don't love Charlotte, it's the prices in the bar. And if I swear, it's because my family are wankers. Sorry, yeah, I might swear. So.
We're not all.
Not all of us.
Yes, most of you.
Not all of us.
Well, my mum's okay. But I did write down little notes so I can work out what I've got to say to people. I need my bloody glasses. And I'm also drunk.
What's new?
Nothing's new, no.
What's new?
Oh, great. Right, first of all, I've got to welcome everybody to Charlotte and Ben's, or Ben and Charlotte's special day.
Do well,
2 minutes on that. Thank you very much. Right, the second thing, tick. I have to say tick, sorry. Say how much I love Ben. Well, first of all, no, hang on. When you have children, and obviously some of you have and some of you haven't, when they get older, and
very observant.
well, I did say one,
Over there.
and they get older, and you love them, and then boys come along, especially if you've got girls. And you don't really want, you know, your daughter that you love so much with someone who's a din. Really. You want someone who is lovely, and I think everybody in here who's related to Ben must know how, well, he's just a wonderful guy. It's true, it really is true, and from my heart, I am so glad that he's married my daughter. And the rest of the nice things have to be said by the best man, because I looked this up in the speech. So drunk, must be bloody drunk. We may laugh, you're all going to get up here one day.
You're doing really well, Dad.
Thank you, I love you too, buddy. Right, I'll talk about Charlotte. This is easy. I've known Charlotte since
Obviously.
the 30th of December, whoa, sorry, 1980. That was the first time I met her. She had brown hair and brown eyes, and my other daughter had blonde hair and blue eyes. So I was a little bit worried at first, but we had her for about a week, and I think, if I'm correct, we went on holiday and left her.
Yeah, you did.
Which is true. We went to Cornwall, where I ended up with a 12-year-old stalker, but we won't go into that. But that's true as well. Anyway, it was different, and I just fell in love with her. I couldn't help it. She was cute. When she got to the age of 2, she used to wear little jammies running around the house. And she'd get to the top of the stairs, she'd look at me, and I'd be at the bottom, and she'd jump. And I'd catch her. And even though I might get choked up, that's how it's been all our life. I've always been there for her, because I love her to death. Really just adored her. And then she got bigger, and for a start, when she got to about 8 or 9, I think I bought her a mountain bike with stud things on the back. BMX, that's it, BMX. Couldn't ride the bike. Unbelievable. So I thought, well, I'll teach her. What I do is like when you chuck kids in the water, they swim. I'll run her at a bush. And I ran her at the bush and she didn't turn. And she ploughed straight into it, and I did feel guilty. And I laughed kind of thing as well. And I wanted to whack her because she couldn't, that's true. Then she got a little bit older, and we had the chewer incident. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember the packets of chewers.
Yep.
Well, she decided to eat a whole pack and choke to death in front of me. Now, I laugh, but I'm paranoid about it now. It scares me when anybody puts stuff in their mouth and chokes to death at Christmas parties, Nicholas. And I managed to do that, whatever they call it, it's a high room and you stuff. Yeah, you do that, and I've got it out, and I've pulled the sweet out and everything. And that is the reason why she's sitting next to Ben now, because I really thought she was going to die, silly cow.
Still eats them.
Lost my bloody glasses then. I do apologise, I'm not usually like this. I'm a bit nervous.
They just this
With Natalie, I wouldn't have cared. No, I mean, I didn't mean I didn't care. I meant I could swear.
I'd have done it myself, that's why.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, well, I've done the cheward, so I've got to check. Right.
Tick.
I've done. I'm going to tick. Yes, and that's why she's here today, which is cool. What else was I going to say?
I thought you'd done this.
No, I was talking about my daughter, who I love dearly, and how happy I am that she's marrying Ben today. Oh, sorry, has married Ben today. Yeah. You've gone. Has it done? You ain't
No
got my
longer
name no
James
more.
anymore.
Right.
We've lost one.
Absolute gutter. But anyway, the point is, she ended up, and she said to me today, that is her dream man. I don't think you can ask for anything more than that.
Have you finished yet?
No, I haven't finished yet. I'm going to say a few words that I read a while back that came from a speech that was made in 1914, I think. When people would die, all this stuff anyway, and I read it and I thought, that's quite a good little bit of words. So I remember some of it. Hopefully I'll get it right because you're all panicking. But it's about Ben. It's actually, the words are about Ben, so I'll say them, if I can remember them correctly. If Ben has to cheat on my daughter, let him cheat death. If Ben has to leave my daughter for any time, let it be for work. If Ben has to love someone else, let it be their children. And if Ben has to go one day, in years' time, I hope it's after 60 years of happy marriage. Excuse me. I'd like to say one more thing, and it's to Ben. I loved her first. And now I have to make a toast, and I'm off the hook, and I'm shaking her. Well, anyway, this is to Charlotte, sorry, to Ben and Charlotte. Have a wonderful life. To Ben and Charlotte. Thank you, Ben. I'm sorry I was so nervous this morning.
Well done, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to follow that up. That's pretty good.
He's already fallen over, hasn't
On behalf of my wife and I, we'd like to both say a big thank you for sharing and celebrating our special day. It's great to see you all, and I can honestly say it would not have been the same without you. It would have been a lot cheaper without you. But not the same. Not the same. We'd like to thank everyone in advance for the cards and the gifts. It's very generous of you all, and we look forward to opening them. So, to say thank you, we put a small token gesture in the envelopes that you all have on your tables. If you'd like to open them, you probably already have already. You'll find some fun money, which you can redeem in the Las Vegas casino, which is setting up just outside there. So we can all go out and have a bit of fun. There is a prize, nothing exciting, or champagne, but it'll be fun. So I'm going to start by thanking my new mother-in-law and father-in-law for welcoming me into their family the way that you have, and for raising such a wonderful daughter. You've been a great help to Charlotte with the dress. You guys have had a lot of problems getting the sizing right, but you got her in the end, and it was all worth it. Charlotte looks stunning. She clearly gets the looks from you. Michael, thank you for your kind words. That was really, really good speech. I remember asking you for Charlotte's hand in marriage,
Which you did.
feeling somewhat apprehensive. However, you put me at ease straight away. Your reply was, Ben, please, just take her. Of course I'm kidding. I had to give him 3 bottles of vodka just to convince him. But your blessing means everything to me, and your continuous love and support towards Charlotte has gone a long way to her being the woman she is today. So thank you both. Moving on to my parents, I want to start with my mum and say thank you for being you and for being as beautiful as you are. Your love over the years has been unquestioned, never been questioned. Yeah. And for that, I'm very grateful. For my dad, I have to say thank you for everything. Your advice, your direction and guidance was always true. You never faltered when things got tough, and your constant support throughout my life has never been doubted, and there's no way that I can thank you enough. Hold your head high, you did a cracking job. Moving on to the bridesmaids, so everyone would agree that all 3 of you look absolutely amazing. And we want to thank you for your support today, and also for helping Charlotte during the hen do and the ups and downs of the planning. She really does love you all, and we are so grateful for your help. A special thank you to Natalie, Charlotte's sister, because without her, today would not have happened. She has been an absolute star in organising everything, and has made mine and Charlotte's life rather easy. In fact, she's done such a good job that the only thing left for me to plan was the weather. I did okay. They say that the sun shines on the righteous, and in Charlotte's case, I think that's been proven today.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads me on nicely to the star of the show, which is, of course, Charlotte, my gorgeous wife. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing and wonderfully stunning you look today. It really is overwhelming. When I saw you walking down the aisle today, I was so proud. Now I get to spend the rest of my life with you. There are so many reasons why I love you, apart from your obvious beauty and your undeniable warm heart. It's your ability to make me laugh when there's no reason to laugh. You make me smile beyond control. It's your childlike silliness and imagination that only I see, and the poems you send me on text that no one else will ever understand, or will only ever make sense to you and me. You bring out the best in me. You bring out the best in me and understand me in ways that no one else ever could. You are my soulmate, and I love you with all my heart. Thank you for marrying me and making me the happiest man alive, and for loving me as much as I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you all to be upstanding for the most important toast I'm ever likely to make.
Oh, God.
To my amazing wife, Charlotte Brunsdon. Thank you. Okay. That really only leaves me with the pleasure of introducing my best man, Kieran. I know he's a bit scared, but for those of you that don't know Kieran, I'll do a brief character assassination before he takes centre stage. He's always been known for his wild imagination and elaborate stories, most of which are complete nonsense, just lies compulsively. But he does have feelings, and he's a good guy. So, laugh, humour him, and he'll return the favour later by buying you all a drink. Over to you, mate.
Right, these two haven't made it easy for me. I was really hoping one of them would fail. They both smashed it, so... Right. When Ben asked me to be his best man, the first thing I did was look on the internet and get some rules. The first rule I found was the best man's speech shouldn't last longer than it takes him to make love. So, ladies and gentlemen... I was at 5 shots. Right, I'd like to start by laying down a couple of rules. Firstly, if you have a mobile phone, please feel free to keep it on. Keep yourself entertained. Secondly, if anyone has some good jokes, it'd be much appreciated if you could text them through to me. For those of you that don't know me, as Ben just said, I'm Kieran. I was truly honoured to be Ben's best man when he asked me. It's a true honour. I'm sure you'll agree with me that it is a very special wedding ceremony, and Charlotte looks wonderful, so as her bridesmaids who've done a great job. And Ben, yeah, looks alright, mate. 40 quid. 40 quid. Yeah, looks alright. Seriously though, you both look great, and I think it's obvious to everyone sat in this room that you're meant to be together. So.
Yeah, definitely.
I know that Charlotte is exactly what Ben has always wanted. And Ben, today, you've got what you wanted. A beautiful wife. And Char, today you leave here with a lovely dress, some nice flowers. I know a lot of you probably want to hear some dodgy stories about Ben. So he's asked me first of all to start telling you a little bit about him. He's handsome, intelligent, funny. Chart. Ben, what's that saying? Sorry, I can't hear it. Now, Ben is a man who always keeps his word. He's always loyal to those he cares about and will do anything for his friends and family. A fine example of this is a time he nearly broke his hand by beating up a mirror for his dad. I'm not sure if his dad knows about this. Phil, do you know about this? No? Alright, let me explain the story. No. We were on a lad's holiday in Cavos a few years back. I think he might give you a different reason. Right? A little worse for wear. Ben goes to answer a call to nature, and whilst in the toilets alone, for some unknown reason, a couple of lads start egging him on to punch the mirror. Ben, sensible man he is, decides to ignore their stupid games and get on with his business. Until they try a different approach, asking him for his dad's name. Ben, wondering where they were going with this, duly obliged with Phil's name. The lads then turn this personal and start a steady chant of, "Do it for Phil, do it for Phil, do it for Phil." Over and over, as he's washing his hands. Ben not wanting to let his dad down, now rises to the challenge, and with a clenched fist and gritted teeth, gives the mirror his best shot, much to the amusement of everyone looking on. Leaving a red-faced Ben to come out and explain to the rest of us what he had just done for Phil. Me and Ben have known each other for a lot of stages in our lives. Learned a lot of lessons, had a bloody good times and damn bad ones. But one thing I've always respected about Ben is always willing to try anything. One such thing he managed to talk me into trying was salsa. You really had to talk me into this. With a very convincing line of, what else are we going to do on a Tuesday night? So we go to lessons. And this brings me on to one of my favourite stories of Ben winning a salsa CD. This is a good story. We'd become quite settled in our routine of salsa class on a Tuesday evening. And Ben thought it would be funny one evening to sign me in on the sheet as Kieran Swallows instead of Kieran Shallow. Not forgetting this, the following week, I found myself ahead of Ben in the queue, and boys will be boys, I jumped on my chance of revenge and quickly scribbled down Ben Monface. As this is only a formality, we both quickly forgot about this to concentrate on putting our feet in the right place. Now, the lesson ends, and I go out of the room to the bar for a couple of beers. When I walk back into a room, I find a red-faced Ben being presented with a CD. Turns out while I'm gone, as nobody knew our last names in the class, the teacher reading out the name... Hold on, sorry, let's go back. Turns out, as this is the last week before Christmas, they randomly selected a name from the register to win a CD. As nobody knew our last names, the class teacher reading out the name Ben Bumface as the winner. Assuming this is his real name, Ben had no choice but to get up and collect the CD in front of everyone. Everyone in hysterics, laughing at Benny Bumface going to collect his free CD. We both learnt a lesson that night. I learned I should always sign myself in first. That way I would have won the CD. And Ben learned not to play silly name games. For all the joking and messing around, I have to say Ben is a solid person with real integrity. He's a man who will never let you down, puts his heart into everything he does. He has worked his nuts off for everything he has, and I have a massive respect for him. He's always been like a brother to me, and there's nobody I'd rather have my corner when the chips are down. And these are qualities he could bring into a marriage. As any of you in here that are in a marriage or have been in a marriage, today know that sometimes a marriage, the chips are down. But strong hearts and true love will always come out on top in the end. Somebody told me when I got married last year that marriage is a 50-50 partnership. Well, that person clearly knew nothing about women or fractions. But I'll forgive him. But what I will say is marriage starts a whole new journey. Something to be very excited about, and I'm really happy to be sharing your first step together. You both have the whole world at your feet and a great life ahead of you. I know you both will embrace the love you have, and with every step along your journey, always look forward to the next one. So with that said, I would like you all to be upstanding. To Ben and Charlotte, and a long and happy journey. Cheers.
Anybody want to make a speech? Anybody else want to get up?
I think April wants to go. She'd just like to say a few words.
Come on, somebody get up and say something, except for you, Richard.
Oh my God. Hello, everybody. Right, my sister wanted me to read this poem. I've already gone up, I'm going to walk. Right.
Go.
Right. Go on, you can do it. A sister always understands the things you say and do. They overlook all your faults and find the best in you. My sister's bond is a special bond. It inspires me each day. She spreads her joy and happiness in her warm and caring way. My sister is all these things, and there's no greater treasure known. The most precious sister in the world is the one I call my own. I do, I love you, and I love you, Ben.
The team ain't even lost.
Just chucking away.
Anybody else want to get up? We're going round. Everyone with the camera. Come on, turn it round.
There you go.
Don't look at me.
That's maid of honour duty over and done with.
Right, we have the disco lights now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us down to the end of the wedding breakfast. We now need to turn the suite around ready for the evening disco. So we kindly ask you to make your way into the bar area, take all your personal belongings and drinks.